Can we put your ego aside for a minute? Something important has happened.
If there's anything more important than my ego on this ship, I want to cut and shut right now. Hey, come on. I love it.
Push the button.
News Talk 1430 WXNT. Now, back to the edge of the web with Aaron Sparks.
Yeah, baby. Hey, come on. You are listening to Site Strategics, Edge of the Web Radio. We're producing this on a weekly basis, talking about internet marketing, talking about things that affect your website from a business standpoint. And we want to provide this information to you on a regular basis. And John, tell me about our services. This is John Thompson, by the way.
Hi. We offer SEO consulting, social media, link building, basically any factor that is involved with online marketing.
That's right. That's right. And we also focus on creating a successful website. We pay attention to the leads that are coming through. So where you may hire a web developer just to design a website, we actually go that next step and actually pay attention to how that site's running and how the leads are coming in and actually figure out decisions on what we need to improve that. So you can always find us at sitestrategics.com. That's SITE strategics.com. You can find us by searching Indiana SEO. You can contact us by the local number 317-882-8500 or 1-877-877-SEO for web, 877-736-4932. All right, getting into it. We got some SEO how-tos, some issues that we want to make you aware of regarding just the practices that you need to apply to your website. Not so much geek, but some necessary tidbits of information.
Yeah, I think it's securing your brand is the best way to put it. Getting your piece of land per se on the internet field, and one of the first things you need to do is register that domain name, and then any other kind of branding through social media, Facebook, Twitter. You need to see about securing your business name in that field.
And the reason why, we just came across an article here just recently. I think the article is Gigaom, sorry.
Yep.
Talking about Pinterest fights Chinese cyber squatter. There's a cyber squatting has been around for years, right? And just sitting on a domain. If you sit on Coke.com or whatever, I mean, people would sell that name for the right price.
Yep.
Well, there's a Chinese man who's just been especially aggressive in grabbing names of popular U.S. startups like Square and Etsy. More troubling for companies, the man is also filing for trademarks of those names, right?
Yeah.
Now, there's this, I'm going to destroy it, but Qinjin of Nanking, China, how about that, has applied to register marks like Foursquare, Twitter, Quora, and Instagram, and has also bought dozens of websites like Pinterest.com and Pinterest.de.
Yeah.
Basically, Pinterest is fighting back, and they're actually filing in a San Francisco court for damages and for an order to bar this gentleman from and his associates from using its name. The company also wants the court to instruct the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office to refuse the applications of Pinterest and all the permutations of that. Well, the fact of the matter, this is a small micro bubble of brand squatting. But the fact of the matter is, if you, a business owner, have not registered your domain on a number of different social network accounts like Twitter, like Facebook, like Tumblr, like all these different areas that have regular activity.
Yeah.
Somebody may be swooping in there and grabbing them.
Yep.
There's a tool out there that we highly recommend. It's called Know.com. That's KNOW.com. They actually do a brand registration process. Well, they'll actually collectively register your name on all the social medias for a flat fee of like $400 or something like that. And you can actually pay a premium, and they'll actually put in bios, and they'll put in links that come back to your website on all these social accounts. And that's a great way to get a little bit of authoritative juice coming into your website.
Absolutely.
Another, if you have any questions about that, give us a call. We'll happily talk to you about that because it is pretty important. Somebody swooping in and grabbing up those names is unethical, and whatever we can do to counter that, we'll even assist you in finding out what you can do if somebody is squatting on your domain.
That made me think, though, I have heard people talk about, do I need to get a .net? Do I need to get a .org? I don't think so.
No.
I think if you got a .com, stick with just the .com. I don't think you need to go out and purchase every variable
No, you really don't. I mean, the days are gone for that type of purchase. I can only and orgs themselves or nonprofit organizations that we're supposed to be and delineated to nonprofit organizations. Anyway, there's another concept we want to get across for the how-to section here. Talking about site structure. We are an SEO firm. We're a search engine optimization firm, and we talk about a lot of things. But there is something that's kind of my main focus whenever we take on a new business is cleaning up the site's own backyard. We want to make sure that the site itself, there's a lot of inbound variables that make a website come to the top of organic ranks. But one of the main things that we try to focus on making sure that the engines actually know what you're talking about. So site structure is really how your site is viewed. While humans can see a website, and by the way, this is from DIY SEO blog. Just want to let you know, it's a great blog tool, blog resource of great tips and techniques of optimization. While humans actually see a website as a combination of text and images, computers, and we've got spiders and robots and crawlers. We mention that all on a regular basis. It's just programs that actually read the code. They read a website as text is written in a variety of different codes. They have a limited ability to actually process the format of the site, but they can't see how the site looks like to human eyes. Okay, but they have a way to look at the link structure of a website, and that link structure is literally how your pages link together. And do they actually link? The robots want to find as much information as they can, and the structure of the links actually help them do that. Internal linking helps the spiders crawl the site quickly and easily, and they tie into these hyperlinks with what's called anchor text. So, for example, if I've got a service page and I have just the words "click here for more information," right? Then and then I link to that particular page. The human element may say, "Okay, that's fine. They're talking about this. I'll click here." But the bot is actually going through, and if that anchor text says "click here for more information," and it comes to a page, there's what's called a reputation to topic relationship, and the reputation of what you're trying to instruct that robot of what is about to be found on that page. You're telling it that you're going to find click here for more information on that page, where the page doesn't say anything about click here for more information. So there's a dissonance. The engines aren't really understanding what you're linking, okay? As opposed to actually embedding the word, that actual text in that link, you're now making an instruction to the robots of this is what you're about to see on this page, right?
Yep.
You also need a clear hierarchy. You need to have your site's like a tree. Okay. Mm-hmm. You need a home page, which is the trunk, right? And your main limbs are secondary or top navigation, and the smaller branches are individual web pages. In order for the smaller branches to get water from the ground, the moisture needs to be able to travel up. Each limb is now connected to each other. Okay. You don't have pages that aren't linked out there. At the same time, a search engine indexes the site the same way. Make sure that you build the most important pages, the base, then clearly map out the structure of the individual pages. Be able to take them to those pages easily. Don't bury links. Don't hide links. As for humans, we all agree if you can't find the information you're looking for, well, you'll quickly leave the page. And yes, site structure does matter. So
yeah,
things to leave you with. A home page is kind of like an intuitive top main page, right?
Yeah, and just to kind of back up a little bit for the listeners that don't know a lot about SEO, I always like to say it's about 5 different factors. It's content, your link profiles, your site structure, your social media, and then just a strategy. And that's the way we approach online marketing a lot of times. This is one of those cylinders, but it's probably one of the best ROIs, and is with content as well. I think content's probably the most ROI. If you're going to put the best bang for your buck, it's going to be content or link.
Exactly.
Wouldn't you agree?
Good content, absolutely.
But the way you organize that information and the way you showcase that to search engines is absolutely important.
Yeah, you need the home page, you need the subcategory top levels, you need detailed pages. You really need to, what you're doing is actually showing to the engines your level of expertise. You just don't have one page that actually talks about a service. You have a series of pages that actually support your argument. So you put it in a logical order, and the engines appreciate that. And on top of that, guess what you benefit from? You ever seen those organic listings on Google that actually have a series of links underneath their block of description of those are called site links, and those site links are derived from a well-executed site structure. So guess what? You even get more real estate on the page of Google results if you orchestrate your site content correctly.
Now I know this is a whole nother article, but I did just read an article talking about only 18% of Google's search page is dedicated to organic search results.
It's dropping incredibly. So we just talked about 7 out of 10 organics on Google's result page. Now it's 18%. You're seeing more place pages or Google Plus pages. You're seeing more maps, more ads. I mean, it's getting crazy. It really is. To finish up the site structure, you need to have a site map. You need to have an XML site map that you talk to the Google engines, the search engines about.
Used to be you had to submit that all the time, but it's not really like that. Google is pretty fast about picking that stuff up.
It's definitely a simplistic view, but UL structure, old data, access pages, site speed, all those are factors for how a site actually performs on search engines. Talk to us about how your site performs. Give us a call. We'll certainly be able to review your site and check out, if there's any bottlenecks or any issues regarding your site. We do that on a regular basis. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, real quick, I wanted to put a shout out for next week. We got some social media kids, and we're going to be putting an event up.
That's right. You know what? We're going to talk about that here in the next segment here. You are listening to Edge of the Web Radio. Sorry. Edge of the Web Radio. Talk to you real soon.